Francis Trementing. He is an African-born Canadian, specifically Ghanaian Canadian. He's the man that's been contemplating trying to go back home to settle there. So we're gonna be talking to you, Francis. Francis, how are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you guys for having me.
You're welcome. Okay, so we're gonna get right into it. Everybody has so many questions to ask you.
Okay.
So
I, in particular, have so many questions to ask you.
So first, I want to start this. Why? I'm not even going to go long sentence. Why? Why are you contemplating moving there? What did you see? What enticed you? What looks so much better over there than over here that pushes you to want to go back there?
Ghana is a beautiful country. You know, working over there, I find would be easier for me because of what I'm trying to do with my life and my future. So finding Ghana to be more easier for me in the resource.
What is that you want to do over there? If you don't mind sharing,
Well,
you don't have to go in detail, but just...
I wanted to work with actors and the music artists over there, stuff like that. So I find it to be much more easier for me to be in Africa to do what I want to do because it's Africa. Because I'm trying to do African music and African business. So
you want to. You said a lot of things. You want to do African music, African business. You want to be an actor. Which one in particular?
Which one in particular? Everything.
All three.
All three.
Yeah, but have you made your connections from here?
Little by little, we're still working on it. So.
And so you think it's a good idea to just up and move?
For now, maybe. We're gonna see. We're still pushing to get over there. I'm still working on things. So.
Francis, is there anything about Canada that you don't like? That can't you also achieve those things you talked about from here?
Canada, the thing with Canada is to find people to help you is always the hard part. I find like back in Africa, it's much more easier to find people who will help you with what I'm trying to do. Canada's more like you need to find the people who are into what you want to do. And that's always the hard part.
Are your family here or they're in Ghana?
No, my family is in London and some of my family is in Ghana.
No, I mean your mother and your father.
They're all in Ghana.
They are all in
All in
Ghana.
Ghana.
My father is in London. My mom's in Ghana.
That makes sense.
Your father is in England, your mom is in Ghana.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you move to Ghana, you're going to stay with your mom?
No.
Okay.
So what are you planning?
So
you have your own...
How do you, because as you just saw the clip we just watched, right? You saw that these are things that can happen in Africa.
Of course.
Right? It's not going to be very easy. Here you have all the comfort. You have 24 hours light. You have access to
Water.
transportation.
Water.
You have so many
You have the resources
easy access here,
Yeah.
the resources.
Food.
But in Ghana, you don't have that readily available for you. Have you made the connection, the plans on how you intend to? Because when you communicated to me, you said that you can't find a job here. You want to go to Ghana and get a job. So, as you just said, the job in the movie industry.
The music industry.
But before you can just go to Ghana and obtain a job, you have to survive first.
Yeah,
because it's not readily available for you, right? So how do you intend to survive? Is your mother where to
Rich,
Is she
filthy
rich?
rich, because I believe that back there, if
No
you're not
one is-
rich, you cannot survive.
Yeah,
Everything
Africa,
is expensive.
Very.
Yeah.
I mean, I was there a couple of years ago.
Okay.
I love the experience I had. I
Right.
haven't been back to Africa in about 6 years.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Okay. Well, it's
So I'm really,
But you
6
also...
years is a long time.
Yeah, but you also have to understand that there are 1,000 and a million other
I
youngsters
was
like
just
you
about to say that.
course.
trying to get
Make
into
it
the
there.
music, into the movie industry. Are you sure? What do you have to offer Africa? How do you intend to compete with those other ones that are talented,
there.
like super talented?
yeah, for sure.
How do you intend to compete with them so that at least you stand out from the crowd? What do you have to offer Africa
With his
actually?
Canadian accent.
No,
Africa, the thing with my plan was to go there is to establish my brand, which is PBF.
How would you do that?
How would I do that?
Because there are other people with the same kind of ideas. In
Yeah,
fact, they
for
have
sure.
more like than you. So
I
how
guess
would you
what
do
we're
it?
trying to find out is, have you made the
Your plans,
connection,
yeah.
the plans?
I'm still working on it. I'm not gonna say it's 100%. That's why I haven't been there yet because I'm still working on the right people I'll do things with there.
Okay, so this is not an immediate thing. Although you sounded to me that you frustrated here, you want to move to Africa.
I'm very frustrated in Canada. It's just a matter with Africa is, as she was saying, it's not easy. You know, you have to have a lot of bread, which is money.
Exactly.
And do you have that bread?
Yeah, his gold teeth, buddy, he has it.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Yeah.
I don't have it, but I'm okay.
But you know what? I can relate because, like, if you want to get into the entertainment industry and that kind of stuff here, like, I find that people here don't even receive you well when you're here.
Exactly.
Like, you can be doing the same thing somebody back there would be doing, and because they see you and they know, they don't regard you. But then if it was somebody that came, like if he was to put on a music show right now, nobody would show up. But let's bring somebody from Ghana and come to do a show here, and you'll see everybody going to support. You see that kind of thing. So I can see where he's coming from. I didn't know which industry he was trying to get into or what kind of. It would work, but as we're all saying, the survival part of it is hard. Especially being Canadian born and never experiencing certain things. Like when I was telling her, when I went, the same day I got there, the power went off.
No,
I was
used to it.
panicking.
You don't agree about
I
it.
was panicking.
That's the least of the
I am
problems.
hot. No, I was hot. It was really hot, and there's no AC, no nothing, and you're
Seriously?
panicking.
Why?
And so, because it's light off.
You know,
Oh my
So
God.
you send somebody to do generator.
People in Africa are used
It's
to that. They have
it's like-
plants. They
it's
have
like-
generators.
But I'm trying to say that if you're not used to it,
Yeah.
you're born here. You think power is like inevitable.
No,
It's
power should be
supposed
the
to be
least.
gone.
It should be the
Why is
least
it
of the
this
Oh, it was
Yeah.
a big deal for me. I couldn't
no.
survive. I was hot all the time. I was complaining because I could hear the mosquitoes because I can't turn on the
You
fan.
could hear the mosquitoes. It didn't come on you. It didn't land on you.
If it did,
Then you should not complain.
And
But
so-
for me, I think what I want to say to Francis is the music industry, especially because I can see you have your gold teeth, and I don't know about the acting industry. You really have to have you really have to be grounded back there to like go into the movie industry. But the music industry, what I would say to you, Francis, is do your homework. They have godfathers. You have to start knowing the godfathers from here.
Right.
You don't go there because before you get there, there are guys and
Who are
ladies that are
waiting in
local.
line.
Because what they want is the local ones. Whether you're Canadian, be ready to mingle.
Of
Be
course.
ready
But
to be
I
in the streets.
disagree with you on
yeah.
that. No, I
Yeah.
disagree with you on
Why
that.
would you say that?
Coming from a Western world is an asset for you.
And back home,
In
it
back
is.
home, it's an asset.
This is my thing.
Oh,
with
I know
Africa.
that for a fact.
Oh, yeah,
It's a big
it is.
asset for you. His accent is an asset.
That's
for
why I
you.
was saying that.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
His accent
I was
is
when
an
I-
asset for him.
When
in
I was
Africa.
in Africa, one thing I loved about Africa is the hospitality. Which being is if you're from Canada, they show you a little bit of
Yeah.
respect, but not necessarily meaning they're gonna all be your friend. Meaning
And
they're
the
all gonna
respect
just.
ends at some point.
Yeah,
when
no,
you
no, but you have
stay
to have
long.
money.
You know
Yeah,
what?
you have
That's
to-
The
the-
longer
that's
you're
the
there,
wrong thing to
the
say.
more local you're to them.
No, but your values are wrong if that is what you are internalizing the love of Africa for. Saying because they respect you because you're from Canada, that is what you love Africa for. No, they don't respect you these days. They don't have to respect you. Africa is not
Listen,
the Africa that
Once,
you thought
once
it
you don't
was.
have money,
If you don't
Thank
have money,
you.
nobody's going to
That's
respect
what I was
you.
trying to
That
say.
respect won't come just because you're from Canada. The respect is the money. Because
True.
people in Africa, they travel to abroad
They travel
all the
too.
time.
They- in
don't
fact,
wanna
they are
stay
richer
here
than most
either.
of us here.
They're richer than most
Yeah.
of us here, right? So you really have to think hard.
do your
of
homework.
moving. You
Yeah.
have to do
Make your connections
homework.
from here.
As I said, I have moved.
And she came back.
I'm not even, and I came back. I didn't even last 6 months. I came back and I did my homework. I thought I did my homework, right? When you get on ground, it's a totally different thing entirely.
Altogether.
Well, viewers, we're going to take a short break because this is a very interesting conversation and we will continue this discussion.